Hi guys, welcome back. In this video I've been out and about field testing this. This is the Hikmicro Stella sq50 Pro thermal rifle scope. Now I've fitted it to my 22LR and went out after some rabbits. So what I'm going to do first is show you guys some footage that I got with it, and then I'll be going over the things that I like about the scope, but more importantly, was there anything about the scope that I disliked. So enjoy these few clips and I'll give you my opinion after that. Now this fox originally started off at about 150 yards away, and after a few squeaks he come into me at about 90 yards. Now I was only using the 22LR at the time, so the shot wasn't feasible anyway, so I decided just to film him instead. And as you can see from the image quality of the scope, at that range the definition of the fox is very clear. So in this clip I decided to show you just how good this scope is at picking up heat sources at longer ranges. Now as I'm slowly scanning around the field, the little black dots in front of me now are rabbits at roughly 400 yards. As I continue moving round to the left, you'll see some cattle right up on the brow of the hill. Now those cattle are about 800 yards from where I'm currently stood. As I zoom in a minute, you'll see some little black dots just below the cattle. Now those are rabbits at about 700 yards away. And when I do the maximum zoom, those rabbits are about 550 yards. And as you can see, this scope has no problem whatsoever in picking up the heat sources of rabbits at those particular ranges. So there we go, just a few clips to show you guys how well the scope performed out in the field, and I'm sure a lot of you agree that the image quality is very good. The only thing, obviously, uploading to YouTube or social media, you do lose that image quality a little bit, but honestly, when you look through this unit yourself, only then can you appreciate just how good this scope really is. Now that fox was at 90 yards and on the lowest base mag, and the detail that you could see in it at that range was phenomenal, really clear. But it's not just the quarry as well, it's like when you're scanning around the field and you look at hedgerows and tree lines, you see all the twigs and branches and everything. It's just incredible how much detail the scope pulls in. Now obviously at long ranges, like when I showed the rabbits at 700 yards, I mean, I wouldn't even dream of taking a shot at that range, but to see the heat sources on such a small animal at that range and to pick them out, obviously when you zoom in, they just turn into black blobs, but you know what it is, you know it's there. It's incredible. So the things that I like about the scope: flip up lens cover, which you can rotate around 360 degrees. The front focus ring for the objective lens is effortless. It is so smooth. I wish the Alpex one was as good as this, I really do. No need to put a fishing coaster on there. Some people put them on there to help focus the image. I have on the Alpex, but not on this. No problems whatsoever. The fact that it looks like a traditional scope always a massive plus point. The menu system, very, very easy to navigate round and find out whichever setting it is that you're after. When it comes to sighting in or zeroing the scope itself, it's exactly the same as the Alpex, and it's the same as the PH Panther 35 as well. Now, rather than me do another video on like setting up and using a one-shot zero, if you guys want to see how it's done, check out those two videos that I've just said about. I'll go through it, ever so easy. No problem sighting it in whatsoever. It's very, very simple to do. Couple of little niggles with it, and it is the same as the Alpex, I'm afraid. When it comes to zooming in, going from the base mag out to maximum, no problems whatsoever, nice and smooth. When you're coming back down from maximum to the base mag, starts off fine, but when it gets to the halfway point, going back down to the base mag, it just jumps. There's no slow progression. But they are looking into it apparently, so I've been told. If they could get that sorted out, it'd be great. And also the power button on the top. Now, because the 3 buttons on the top of the scope are flush, I've done it myself and I've heard of other people doing it as well. You go to hit the record button and you accidentally hit the power button. Now, depending on how long you press it for, if you push it once, it'll put it into standby mode, but if you push and hold it, it's going to shut the unit down. So if they could do it so the power button was raised, that'll eliminate that problem, and everything would be great then. So just those two little things that I found with this scope, but would it be enough to stop me buying it? No, not at all. This is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I've owned a few thermal scopes and I still have the RA Tube TL35, and this is by far the best one that I've used. Obviously there's still plenty more thermals out there to try, which hopefully I will do at some point, but for now this is definitely at the top of the list. So if you guys are interested in one of these, if you head over to Elite Optical, I'll leave their details, website and everything at the end of this video. Just contact them. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.